Today on Fox, the first-place Cowboys look for win number 7 in a row. They take on a Browns team looking for the upset of the year, maybe. Why don't we go to Cleveland Live, where Tom Brenneman, Charles Davis, Chris Spielman, and Peter Schrager have the call.
It is a gorgeous autumn Sunday in Cleveland, Ohio, and a sellout crowd on hand along the lakefront. The hottest team in the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys, winners of 6 in a row, take on the Cleveland Browns, still in search of win number 1. And hi again, everybody, alongside Charles Davis, Chris Spielman, and Peter Schrager. I'm Tom Brenneman. Welcome to the NFL on Fox. It's incredible what the Cowboys have done, 6-1. And Chris, we start with you, especially when you start a rookie running back in Ezekiel Elliott and the rookie quarterback, Dak Prescott.
Yeah, Dak has been incredible for this reason. I think he utilizes all of his weapons very well, whether it's Beasley, Elliott, Witten, obviously Dez Bryant. But the one thing to watch, and I'm going to watch today, Charles, is his footwork. When his footwork is not married, when his feet are not pointing to the target, that's when he gets in trouble. But the biggest thing that helps Dak Prescott is Zeke Elliott, the leading rusher in the NFL.
The best bailout maybe in the league, right? And he's going against the Cleveland Browns defense that has struggled to stop the run. So Cleveland's going to have to counter with their offense, and they have a rookie quarterback as well in Cody Kessler, who will get the start again today. Great moxie, great poise, great composure, terrific accuracy, and he needs to find Terrell Pryor and Corey Coleman out wide and create some big plays.
Is this the day for the Brownies? Can they pull off a huge upset? We'll have the national anthem when we come back.
Ooh, I like that.
You got your mom's side, but just become side. You got it. I never thought I'd get married at 65 side. Hey, I'm just looking side, and you better buy that ride. Whew. This wide is nationwide. They help to know, protect, and grow your many sides. Yeah, nationwide is on your side. Come on, turn the music up.
Now everybody.
There's no guarantee you're going to walk again.
This is insane.
Let's bury him.
Bleed for this. Rated R.
This $6.99 any deal is too good to be true. 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any recipe, no questions asked. Well, I got some questions. Does that include meat lovers?
Yeah.
Are you a hologram?
What?
The $6.99 any deal, is it proof that no one out pizzas the Hut?
Before Danny got what he was dreaming about for the holidays. Before his mom earned 1% cash back everywhere, every time. And his dad earned 2% back at grocery stores and wholesale clubs. Even before they earned 3% back on gas, Danny's parents used their Bank AmeriCard Cash Rewards credit card to give him the best day ever. That's the joy of rewarding connections. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/getcashback.
Now to honor America, please rise, remove your hats, and join us in the singing of our national anthem, performed today by Sergeant Kennedy B. Jones of the Cleveland Police Department.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free
I'm here in Bristol, Virginia, and now I'm in Bristol, Tennessee. On this side of the road is Virginia, and on this side it's Tennessee. No matter which state in the country you live in, you could save hundreds on car insurance by switching to Geico. Look, I'm in Virginia. I'm in Tennessee. Virginia, Tennessee. And now I'm in Virginia Sea.
See how much you could save on car insurance.
Or am I in Tennessee?
Look, anyone who thinks you gotta make a truck heavier to make it stronger has been working too long without a hard hat. Meet the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty. They cut weight with a high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body and reinvested a big chunk of it to beef up the high-strength steel frame, forging the most capable heavy-duty pickup in America. Time to punch work in the face. This is the next level. This is the all-new Ford Super Duty.
Welcome. Hi. Today we're going to be comparing the roll-formed high-strength steel bed of the Chevy Silverado to the aluminum bed of this competitor's truck. We're going to grab that empty toolbox for me. Let's start here with the aluminum bed.
That's a big hole. Huge. We got Swiss cheese for a truck here. I'm curious to see if that will do the same thing with the Chevy.
Well, let's find out. Same spot, same angle, same empty toolbox.
Took it way better.
The steel held up.
Silverado proved it is the toughest truck here.
Welcome to the Empire State. Stand up. I'm a BK brother. On Madison Square, catch me at the fight. Conor McGregor! Sensational. From New York City, right, Ken? Big shot, Tyron Woodley! Wow! What a night, ladies and gentlemen! New York City!
Once you get in the Army, you hear the term Ranger, and you look at it as the highest standards. I was extremely proud to be part of the 1st Ranger Battalion. When I was deployed, I knew that USAA was taking care of my wife when she was back home. And now I know with my son that the USAA will continue to provide the insurance and protection we need.
They always say, you've served your country, so we're here to serve you.
My name is Alejandro Villanueva, and I'm a USAA member for life.
Call USAA today to talk about your insurance needs.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A homecoming for Jason Garrett. He grew up outside of Cleveland. His team at 6-1, and huge action trying to get this city its first win of the year. Let's say hello for the first time today to Peter Schrager. Hi, Peter.
Hey, Tom. Look, you mentioned it. Jason Garrett, it's a homecoming. It's also a homecoming for Ezekiel Elliott. First professional game here in the state of Ohio. You look around, there's a lot of Cowboys fans, a lot of Ohio State fans. If you hear that Zeke chant early, that is why. Jason Garrett spent 7 years as a child here in Cleveland, where his father, Jim, was an assistant coach. Wore number 17 as a player for Brian Sipe, the old Browns legend. As for the Browns, look for Jamie Collins, a new acquisition, number 51, to get a lot of looks. He's going to start at outside linebacker. Says he's ready to go, going from a 6-1 team to an 0-8 team. Says he just wants to play some football.
And what a spectacular weather day it is. Just short of 60 degrees, bright sunshine, not a cloud in the skies above. Cleveland wins the toss and is elected to receive, and this is George Atkinson, and he will take a knee. Well, with all the talk about one rookie quarterback on the Dallas Cowboys side, there's also Cody Kessler, 23-year-old Baker's California native. Was a third-round pick out of the University of Southern California, fellas, and a big day against Tennessee. Made 5 starts in a row after not playing the first 2 games. Was out after a concussion last week and back in the lineup today. We're going to throw it on first down. Excellent protection. And the catch is made by another former Ohio State star, a quarterback in his days with the Buckeyes, Terrell Pryor Jr.
Well, Morris Claiborne, the normal starting corner, working on Scandrick. And the thing I like what Terrell's able to do is get Scandrick's shoulders turned and to be able at that 6'6" frame to come back to the football with bent knees. That's how you come back to the ball in balance.
Some of that odd formation stuff we saw with the Bengals when Hugh Jackson was their offensive coordinator. Wide open down the middle of the field is Isaiah Crowell. He's inside the 20 and down to the 15-yard line. How about that?
Well, we saw this in practice, didn't we, Charles? And right there, Crowell, number 34, right down the seam. And you do that out of confusion. And the Cowboys were planning to stop that, but they didn't. And when you get this again, run it again.
Now they'll move back into a regular, if there is such a thing, in this Hugh Jackson offense formation, overloaded on the left side. And a 44-yard gain on the pass play to Crowell. And now he carries the football, and he's down close to the 12-yard line.
So, Chris, you and I talk a lot about confusion through illusion. And what they did was they spread everything out, took their attention elsewhere, and then, as you noted, was able to sneak Crowell right down the middle. That reminded me of playing backyard football. We're getting close to Thanksgiving, right? You'll have your old Turkey Bowl games at home. That'll be the old center sneak play, right? Where the center snaps it and sneaks down the middle, and that turns into a major fight, and everyone's arguing about whether that was legal or not.
Well, and what he did was he hid behind the guard so the linebackers could not pick him up, and that's where the confusion was caused.
Second down, and Kessler again. Protection breaks down, just throws it away to the left side with an eye on Andrew Hawkins. Kessler, a 3-year starter at the University of Southern California. We mentioned he threw for the 3rd most touchdowns in SC history, 4th most passing yards. Suffered a concussion 2 weeks ago against their rivals in state, the Bengals. Inactive last week, but right back to the starting lineup. Hugh Jackson says we got to find out if this is our guy down the road. It's a 3rd down, only a 3-man rush. And now Kessler looking around, and he's still on his feet. And he fires to the end zone, and it is incomplete. And now 2 penalty flags come in as there's a fight. A fight is broken out at the 30-yard line.
You see him moving around, Kessler, and that movement. Remember, he's a big-time basketball player in high school, so he has athletic ability. Now we're going to take a look at where all the flags came from.
That's
and it looks like
Irving and David Irving, no relation.
So we have Irving on Irving crime going on, right? Cam Irving, the center. David Irving, a defensive tackle. They get tangled up.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 94, 95 of the defense. Also, personal foul, number 74 of the offense. Their actions disqualified both players from the game.
So now your starting center is gone for Cleveland. As we see the end of this, Cam Irving and David Irving. David Irving, number 95 in blue. Cam Irving, number 74 in white. Starting center, they just said disqualified, right, Chris?
Well,
the starting center is now gone.
To me, that's about discipline, and you want to know why some things are 0-8, and that's a microcosm of why sometimes you're 0-8, because Cam Irving is a good football player, and if both of them are disqualified, that hurts the Browns. And Cam Irving has to have the discipline to let go of the face mask and not pull it off. That's indisciplined or undisciplined play, and nothing in the world, in my opinion, condones that type of behavior. You don't need it.
So that means you're going to have to reshuffle your offensive line, and when they play offense again, John Greco will probably be your center for Cleveland Browns, who started at right guard today.
Well, they've already had a lot of shuffling going on that offensive line to begin with due to injuries. You go back to Antonio getting hurt.
Yes.
And now both Irvings, and again, no relation. One begins with an I, the other with an E, will be escorted to their respective locker rooms. So a solid start to this drive. The completion to Pryor, the 44-yarder to Crowell, stalls. So now a 31-yard field goal by Cody Parkey, and it is right down the middle, good. So the Browns jump in front. And 2 players ejected on the opening series of the game.
So can I redeem my Rapid Rewards points at any time?
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it.
Thanksgiving. 4th of July?
Yes to any seat, any day, anytime. Just the way you want it. That's transparency.
Okay, Google, show me Korean restaurants in Boulder.
I found a few places.
The new Pixel, phone by Google, exclusively on Verizon. The only next-gen network that lets you get the most out of it.
How is this possible?
Because Verizon LTE Advanced delivers 50% faster peak speeds in 450 cities coast to coast. Buy a Pixel and get up to $400 back. And get 20 gigs of data with no surprise overages. And 4 lines for only $40 each. Why settle when you can have it all on Verizon?
Look, anyone who thinks you gotta make a truck heavier to make it stronger has been working too long without a hard hat. Meet the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty. They cut weight with a high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body and reinvested a big chunk of it to beef up the high-strength steel frame, forging the most capable heavy-duty pickup in America. Time to punch work in the face. This is the next level. This is the all-new Ford Super Duty.
You here to buy the tickets? Why aren't we doing this on NFL Tickets Exchange? Pull out your cell phone. Do you realize how easy it is? Your phone's not easy, but let me... NFL Ticket Exchange guarantees authentic tickets 100% of the time.
Today's game is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
It's a good start for the winless Cleveland Browns, a 3-0 lead on their opening possession. And now we'll get our first look at Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, and the high-powered Dallas Cowboys offense. Lucky Whitehead and Lance Dunbar await on the kick. And out to the 25 it will go for Rayne, Dakota. Dak Prescott, 23 years young, grew up in Louisiana, a 3-year starter at Mississippi State. And due to an injury to Kellen Moore and then an injury to Tony Romo in the preseason, he starts from day one, has won 6 of his first 7 games.
And has everyone in that locker room believing in him if you talk to anyone around the organization. And that's huge for a rookie quarterback. And I know we'll talk about as the game goes on, but it really started early for him, getting that belief of his teammates.
Well, you can hear the crowd already chanting Zeke, Zeke, as Elliott is a lone setback, the former Ohio State star, and they put it in his hands. And they saw a whole bunch of that during his days at Ohio State University.
Zeke Elliott's a tremendous running back, but the reason why is you've watched the film. He's not touched until he's 3 yards past the line of scrimmage because of that whole offensive line. Nobody in the National Football League gets a surge or a push on defensive front sevens like that Cowboy offensive line.
The injured Cleveland Brown is their nose tackle. Number 1 pick a year ago, Danny Shelton, will step aside while they tend to him.
Okay, anyone like coming in first place in everything that matters? Introducing the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty, the only high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body heavy-duty pickup. It takes first place in every measure of tough. Best-in-class towing, best-in-class payload, best-in-class horsepower, and best-in-class torque. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. This is the next level. This is the all-new Ford Super Duty.
Oh, come on! You're out of line, Coach! What's out of line is the fact that I haven't had a chance to introduce KFC's brand new $10 chicken share! Perfect for 2 people! Wow! Do these come in 4 different delicious options? You bet! And they're all just $10! Wow! You have any sauce for dipping? Right here! Wow! Football fans are gonna love these! Well, that's the point! Wow! It's finger licking good!
There's just mass amount of data in this business. Trey Brown, Director of College Scouting. You know, you got to have a powerful laptop. We're trying to find the prospects that are going to make us better. You look at the athleticism, the speed, the explosiveness. The Surface Pro allows us to be everywhere. We're on the field, in the classroom. It's fast, it's powerful. I can write right on the screen. I couldn't do that on a Mac. At the end of the day, we're trying to find the players that are going to give us the opportunity to win championships.
Whether you're wearing layers, beads, stripes, or cheese. If you bleed blue, black and yellow, purple, or various shades of red, this is your beer.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Bud Light. Beer with your team on it.
Shelton able to get up and walk to the Cleveland sideline. Peter Schrager will keep you updated on what is going on with him on the first play from scrimmage. And the give is to Ezekiel Elliott once again. 2 carries, 14 quick yards for Elliott.
This is a Browns defense that's had its struggles all year long. The numbers are not good, but they're trying to build around some young talent. Big Danny Shelton, we saw him go off with the injury a minute ago at nose tackle. Carl Nassib, an excellent pass rusher from Penn State, and not spotlighted as Joe Hayden, number 23. He will travel with Des Bryant today, one-on-one in coverage there at the top of the screen.
Cowboys, a #1 ranked rushing team in the NFL. They dump it off to the backup tight end Swain, and he's dropped right at the 40-yard line. And tackled there by the rookie, now a starter. They expect Tracy Howard to step in there, but after the injury to Jordan Poyer, that's exactly where Howard is.
Did a nice job of staying disciplined. They were playing man coverage, and a lot of times for a young safety, you try to exploit them by the play action pass, get their eyes wandering. Right there, he was disciplined and stayed with his coverage.
Trying to talk about Cowboys leading the NFL, rushing for 164 yards per game. The Brownies are giving up almost that many. And there's a first down catch by Cole Beasley. They'll move the chains, and we moved LA to check in for the first time with Carissa Thompson. Hi there.
Hi, Tom. Let's look at this NFC East matchup. Both the Eagles and the Giants chasing the Cowboys. After a Carson Wentz turnover, the Giants able to capitalize. Odell Beckham Jr. 26-yard touchdown has them up 7-0. Tom, it's all yours.
All righty, Carissa. That's a big one inside that NFC East. It's been a very good NFC East so far this year.
Everyone above 500 in the division, the only one in the NFL that can boast that.
Smash behind the line of scrimmage is Elliott. And that's their leading tackler for the Browns, Christian Kirksey.
Well, if you play a team that runs the football a lot of times you can have a run blitz or a terrific read by Kirksey. See, he's hitting it on the run. The pulling guards there, and they don't have enough people to block back, and Kirksey does have a nose for the football. Very instinctive player in this 3-4 defense.
Danny Shelton, number 55, helped him as well, kept him clean so he could run to the football, but they didn't have anyone blocking him.
Second down at 14. Prescott now 3 for his first 3, and that's the future Hall of Famer, the great Jason Witten. 34 years young, a 10-time Pro Bowler. Had the game-winning touchdown last week. He's already set a franchise record for career starts, and today he breaks another Cowboys record. Leroy Jordan. They came in 154, and now that record belongs to Witten.
Did Leroy Jordan wear 54?
55.
55?
How did I know about linebacker?
That was Chuck Howard.
Emmanuel Ogbah may have jumped early. If so, that could be costly for the Browns.
Unabated the quarterback. Defense, number 90. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
A rookie quarterback making a veteran move, because you're always trying to get position and stay ahead of the chains. He recognized cover 2, hit the check down to Witten right there, steal a few more yards, go the hard count, because you know this defense is fired up to play against the Cowboys.
You're right, that is a veteran move for a quarterback who has so much to think about and still be able to be under control and use his voice to manipulate yardage and down and distance for his team.
But man, what a difference between 3rd and 9, and after the penalty, now 3rd and 4. Good protection. Now the pocket begins to collapse, and Prescott can run it. He's not done a lot of that this year, but he's more than capable going back to his college days, and that's a first down inside the 40.
And guys, what I'm eager to see today is to see what Cleveland brings in terms of pressure, because this is a terrific offensive line, as we've noted a number of times, and look how they held in pretty well. Plenty of time before he had to flush and go. But I want to see if Cleveland wants to keep bringing pressure and get Prescott on the move.
I'm watching Des Bryant come off that route. He's not running that route hard. Dak Prescott was looking to him. Des was not running. That forced Dak to tuck the ball and go.
And Jason Garrett was getting after Des a little bit.
He should get after him.
I saw him at the end of the play. Tell him to run the route harder.
Cowboys spend a timeout.
That's a thing. I mean, if you're a veteran wide receiver and you have a rookie quarterback, you have to sell like you're getting the ball every time. There are no plays to take off because Dak was coming back to his comfort level. Who wouldn't be Des Bryant's comfort level? He was dogging it down the field, but Dak kept the presence of mind to tuck it and go and pick up the first down with his legs.
And guys, you saw it, plenty of time for Dak on the pass play. And that's one of the things he's had the luxury of this year as a rookie quarterback. Plenty of time to go through progressions, find receivers. They've made it much more comfortable for him throwing the football. Philadelphia on Sunday night, they heated him up a lot. I want to see if Cleveland wants to follow the same formula, to try and get some pressure on him and see if they can cause some inaccuracy in his throwing.
So a first down and 10 for Dallas at the 39-yard line. And they hand it to Elliott, the NFL's leading rusher, and he rumbles inside the 30. That'll be a gain of 12 and another first down.
Ronald Leary take a bow, number 65, with the kick-out block. But watch where Zeke Elliott first gets touched. He's going to be 5 yards down the line of scrimmage. Now, I'm telling you, he has great burst. Nobody touched him right there, 5 yards down the line of scrimmage. He's so strong and powerful when he runs. Every time he gets contact, there's not too many times where this guy does not fall forward for an extra 2.
Drafted in the first round, the 4th overall pick. Only the second time the Cowboys have used a top 5 pick on a running back. The other one wasn't too bad, known as Tony Dorsett. But boy, there's so many Buckeye fans, not only here in Ohio, but I mean a huge concentration in and around Cleveland. And they will never forget that 3-game run Elliott had en route to Ohio State's national championship 2 years ago. In a Big Ten title game, he goes for 220. Against Alabama, runs over the Crimson Tide for 230. And then in the national championship game, 246 yards in the rout of Oregon.
And he had Cardale Jones sling the rock a little bit that helped him.
His first 3 starts of his career, which made Ezekiel Elliott's yardage so much more valuable to take the pressure off of it.
Great point. Prescott throws to a wide open Witten, and he will tiptoe into the end zone. A touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys.
Confusion. He's only been here 5 days trying to practice number 51, Jamie Collins. You're asking him to do something maybe that he's not capable of doing just because he hasn't been here long enough when you have the matchup with Collins on Witten. And to me right there,
he's just falling into coverage. Is it zone? Is it man? Where am I supposed to drop? But how about the time that Prescott's got? He's throwing out of the rocking chair early in the game. And there's just no real pressure in his face.
And with that time, man, it allows him to get his footwork right. And when his footwork is right and he's pointing toward that target, feet and shoulders are to the target, he throws dimes.
Oh, he can sling it now. There's no doubt.
So 6C, second career touchdown reception for Witten, 3rd most in Cowboys history. And all time by a tight end, he has tied Shannon Sharp, 4th most in that category. Point after by Bailey, right down the middle. So the Browns get inside the red zone, settle for a field goal. First possession for the Cowboys. Looking quarterback, a strike to Witten.
Look, anyone who thinks you got to make a truck heavier to make it stronger has been working too long without a hard hat. Meet the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty. They cut weight with a high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body and reinvested a big chunk of it to beef up the high-strength steel frame, forging the most capable heavy-duty pickup in America. Time to punch work in the face. This is the next level. This is the all-new Ford Super Duty.
Nobody comes into this house without paying the price. Not here! Not ever!
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Nobody comes into this house without paying the price. Not here, not ever.
Well, did you get it?
More people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm. Here to help life go right. State Farm.
What would you do for 3 pancakes for 89 cents?
I'd pay 89 cents. What would you do for 3 pancakes for 89 cents?
I'd hug a shark.
Get a stack of 3 large golden pancakes for 89 cents. 3 large pancakes, 89 cents. Only at Burger King.
Were the judges right in saying we're the best tasting light beer? You be the judge. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
Our legacy is at stake.
Empire, all new Wednesday on Fox.
Today's game is sponsored by the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty. This is the next level. By Burger King. Now get 3 large pancakes for only 89 cents, only at Burger King. And by State Farm, here to help life go right.
Beautiful shot along the banks of Lake Erie, and Dak Prescott continues to etch his name in the Cowboy record books. Came in tied with a Hall of Famer and our colleague right here at Fox, Troy Aikman. And now all alone as Prescott was his 10th passing touchdown in his first season.
Speaking of Cowboy legends, our linebacker Chris Spielman had it right. Leroy Jordan wore 55. Chuck Howley wore 54. Howley MVP of the Super Bowl. In a Super Bowl the Cowboys lost to the Baltimore Colts.
Cleveland with the football, trailing 7-3 when we return.
Every 6 seconds, a Domino's pizza lover's dreams are dashed by one Sally Soul Smasher in the group who wants a salad instead. Eat a pizza once in a while!
Luckily, we love pizza so much, we're introducing salads to our menu.
So nobody can veto pizza night. So tell those lettuce lovers, listen up! There's no reason to ruin pizza night now.
Order a medium 2-topping pizza and a delicious Domino's salad for only $5.99 each.
Pizza's good!
Okay, anyone like coming in first place in everything that matters? Introducing the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty, the only high-strength, military-grade, aluminum alloy body, heavy-duty pickup. It takes first place in every measure of tough. Best-in-class towing, best-in-class payload, best-in-class horsepower, and best-in-class torque. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. This is the next level. This is the all-new Ford Super Duty.
It was a raven that flew in on a Thursday when a poet was born, and the likes of Edgar Allan Poe we shall see nevermore. So just imagine what this Thursday will bring, only on NFL Network.
For the touchdown!
When the Browns are poised to clash with AFC North rivals Joe Flacco and the Ravens on Thursday night.
Just take the next step!
It's Browns, it's Ravens, it's only on NFL Network. Anything can happen on Thursday. Thursday Night Football, only on NFL Network.
The Cowboys have no defense. They're nothing. They've been nothing for the last 4 years.
Heisman candidate Jake Browning and the 5th-ranked Huskies take on Sam Darnold and the Trojans. Saturday, USC Washington at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Cameron Irving, the Cleveland center, thrown out of the game along with David Irving of the Cowboys on the first possession. So Greco does indeed, as you guys saw, moves over to center. And the guards flanking him will be Alvin Bailey on one side and the rookie Spencer Drango out of Baylor on the other.
They have an extra offensive lineman in and Sean Coleman, 72.
First down, they swing it to Crowell. And he splits a couple of defenders and picks up close to 4. Well, I mean, the quarterback carousel is a microcosm this year of the Browns over the last 20-plus seasons. Now, Robert Griffin III got hurt in week 1. They go to Josh McCown, and we've seen Terrell Pryor there a little bit. Cody Kessler starts 5 weeks in a row. He gets hurt. A little bit of Charlie Whitehurst, a little bit of Kevin Hogan. All took snaps. McCown back last week. And now this week they go back to Kessler, trying to find their quarterback of the future. And he connects with Hawkins for a first down. I mean, in the longer period of time, fellas, and it's been well documented. I mean, there are T-shirts, there's posters, there's billboards, there's profanity going all the way back to the 26 different starting quarterbacks for the Browns since 1999.
And to me, I think it's amazing that they've been as competitive as they've been in football games with that many quarterbacks playing.
Flag comes down immediately. And you're talking about some of the games they've been competitive in this year. I mean, they feel like they could easily have 3-4 wins.
They've had leads in the fourth quarter in 4 different games.
77 offense.
That was John Greco, who just moved over to center.
Dallas is elected to decline the penalty.
Well, it's a little difficult to play to center, and I'm going to tell you why. The biggest difference between playing center and guard, because of the timing. You have to snap that football. So when you snap that football, that defensive lineman is right in your ear hole. As a guard, you minus that time snapping the football, you can get right to your block. That's a big difference.
And notice what they're doing right now. Look at the tilt towards the center right now to try and put some pressure on John Greco, who just moved over.
Second down and 15. And down the middle of the field, it's overthrown and nearly intercepted. It's Byron Jones back there, the second-year free safety.
I thought he's going to come down with this one, but I think he got his back here. Watch as he goes for the football because the receiver also comes into the play. And I think he thinks there's going to be contact, and there's not. And his concentration goes a little bit. Because that one turned out to be really a one-on-one catch. That one sailed. I think he thought maybe there was other things there. And Byron Jones, if I'm not incorrect, yet to have a career interception. That would have been his first right there.
They're down in 15. Kessler fires to Duke Johnson. Very dependable receiver out of the backfield, but well short of a first down, dropped by Durant. And the Browns on this second possession, thanks in large part to a penalty, will punt it away.
We visited with Rod Marinelli, the defense coordinator of Dallas, last night, and it was a delightful visit. I mean, you talk about a walking encyclopedia of football and effort, and I was so struck by one thing he said. Run, hit, tackle. It's always going to be a blue-collar league. And that's what we're seeing from the Dallas defense this year.
And they're playing as 11.
Boy, and you're right about Rod Marinelli. How delightful he was to spend time with him yesterday. And Brown's going to try and cover this up. And they're able to do so at the 1-yard line. 59-yard punt by Colquitt. Ricardo Lewis, a rookie down there to tap it back in.
Before I had the shooting, burning, pins and needles of diabetic nerve pain, these feet kicked off a lot of high school games, built a life for my family, and like to help others in need. But I couldn't bear my diabetic nerve pain any longer, so I talked to my doctor, and he prescribed Lyrica.
Nerve damage from diabetes causes diabetic nerve pain. Lyrica is FDA approved to treat this pain from moderate to even severe diabetic nerve pain. Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions or suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these new or worsening depression or unusual changes in mood or behavior, or swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who have had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
Now I have less diabetic nerve pain, and it's great to help others get back on their feet.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
Look, anyone who thinks you gotta make a truck heavier to make it stronger has been working too long without a hard hat. Meet the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty. They cut weight with a high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body and reinvested a big chunk of it to beef up the high-strength steel frame, forging the most capable heavy-duty pickup in America. Time to punch work in the face. This is the next level. This is the all-new Ford Super Duty.
Papa John's scouting report on this season's best new prospect? Thick, cheesy, and golden brown. Papa John's new pan pizza with a thick, cheesy, golden brown crust. Try a 3-topping for $10.
Papa John's, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL.
Our legacy is at stake.
Empire, all new Wednesday on Fox.
Cowboys backed up on this here second possession inside their own 1-yard line.
You know what would be fun right now? Trust that offensive line, go play action, and send it out wide to Dez Bryant. They are shading their coverage towards him now.
Turn around and hand it to Elliott. And a little bit of wiggle room as he's out across the 5. But what a start it has been for this rookie out of Ohio State. The second most rushing yards by a rookie through his first 7 games. And look at some of the names on this list. Dickerson, Rodgers, the great Adrian Peterson.
That's a mammoth list right there, isn't it? George Rodgers won a Heisman Trophy at South Carolina in a 7-4 regular season, I believe. And he was just an absolute man playing for the Gamecocks.
Turn around and give it to Elliott again, and this time he's dropped right at the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard, so it brings up a 3rd down from just outside the 5-yard line.
So when you run the football effectively, that forces a defensive coordinator's hand. Ray Horton is playing aggressive. He's betting on them running Zeke Elliott. So on 2nd and longs, he's calling run-down blitzes and playing man-to-man. Now, if you're up in the box, you say, what do we do to counter? And like Charles, you go bootleg or play action on 1st or 2nd down. Something to look forward to the next set of downs.
The Cowboys, the first 5 games of this year, were the best 3rd down offense in the NFL. But their last 2 games, they're just 7 for 25 against Green Bay and Philadelphia. 3rd down here. Prescott throws, and it's incomplete. And now the Cowboys will have to punt it out of their own end zone. That's an outstanding play. Hayden step for step with Dez Bryant.
So look at this, because Tramon Williams ends up getting the coverage on Dez Bryant. We've been expecting Joe Hayden to be attached to him all game, and Tramon Williams, a Pro Bowl choice with Green Bay in 2010, right on that upfield shoulder.
All about the technique, too. Not only on the upfield shoulder, but that right arm coming down and swatting the arms away of Dez Bryant, forcing the drop.
And you want that upfield arm taken away for a receiver. Harder to cradle a pass with your inside arm.
And I stand corrected. That was Tramon Williams, a longtime Green Bay Packer, who that time was step for step with Bryant. That's a dangerous play on one bounce by Duke Johnson, but great field position for the Browns on offense, trailing with 3:01 to go in the opening quarter.
You love all-day breakfast.
I love all-day breakfast.
But you don't love that you can't get all your favorites all day.
But I want McGriddles, too.
But now you'll love that you can get more all day, like those McGriddles.
Yeah, I do love that.
So you'll have to find something else to not love, like dog strollers. Or football players who stress the word "the."
The Glencoe Brooks State Community College.
Or inappropriately timed political discussions.
It's as if it didn't even matter.
Get more choices you love, now with all-day breakfast.
Upgrade season's here. I got my new iPhone 7 from Sprint.
Sprint? I'm hearing good things about the network.
All the networks are great now. We're talking within a 1% difference in reliability of each other. And Sprint saves you 50% on most current national carrier rates. And if you got 1% more haircut than me today, would you really pay twice as much?
No, I wouldn't.
Copy that.
Switch to Sprint and get iPhone 7. Plus save 50% off most current national carrier rates. Don't let a 1% difference cost you twice as much.
Woo! I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay?
And you can tell them to go themselves.
You know, you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
You got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember.
Our aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. Look at that, right alongside the banks of Lake Erie, looking into downtown Cleveland. What an incredible sports calendar year it has been for this city. Their Cavaliers, led by LeBron James and company, win the NBA title. First time in franchise history. And of course, just this past week, you saw it here on Fox. Their beloved Indians, a 3-1 lead over the Cubs, and the Cubs storm back to win it in 7.
So go.
Duke Johnson left shaken up on that last punt return a minute ago, and now dropped is Kessler all the way back to the 37-yard line.
Watch the eyes of Pastor, the tackle. He's looking outside. Right away, that eliminates any run threat. And they're able to time their blitz perfectly. And you see the excellent athletic ability by Hitchens to avoid the cut block, keep his feet, and able to seal the deal. But you got to watch those offensive tackles because they'll give run pass away every single time with their eyes.
Damian Wilson also in on that sack. He's getting more and more playing time at linebacker for the Cowboys. Little delay to Crowell. And he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And let's check in once more with Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Tom. Pittsburgh, Big Ben's back, by the way, at Baltimore. But Joe Flacco is worth highlighting here. He finds former Steeler Mike Wallace for a 95-yard score, the longest passing touchdown in Ravens history. Baltimore up 7-0. Tom.
All right, Carissa, thank you. A 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Browns, trailing 7-3. And they dump it up to Barnidge, a tight end with blockers in front of him. And he's very close to a 1st down. Needed to get to the 44-yard line, and it very much depends on the spot. I mean, it's right there.
They had Dallas frothing at the mouth, didn't they, wanting to get after him? Here's Barnidge here. Sets it up, shows the block, slips out, and look at the convoy he gets out in front of him. Bailey 78, Pazder 67, Greco 77, and he gets it dangerously close to a 1st down. Tackle at the end by Sean Lee. I don't know if he's short or if he made it. Well conceived, designed, and executed play by Cleveland.
It's a no-brainer. You go for it here on 4th down. You're 0-8. You play to win.
Got to.
And it looks like they're going to have to make that decision.
Now this will be the interesting call because Dallas will come at them trying to knife through and get through the middle. I'm not sure Cody Kessler is one of your quarterback sneak guys. So are you going to take the ball off the line of scrimmage to Crowell, or are you going to try and do something else and get to the perimeter?
I'm going to trust Crowell because Crowell is a very underrated running back in the National Football League. Hugh Jackson told us that. He runs with power. The other thing, you have a 6'6" wide receiver out there that can use his strong body to match up anybody in this Cowboys secondary, and he'll win those battles.
It's about Terrell Pryor out wide, number 11. If you want to throw a hitch or something to him, they're going to come out in a tight formation now.
3 of 7 on 4th down are the Browns this year. And Kessler's going to cup up under center. And Kessler will take it and has a 1st down. Remember, it was Jason Garrett who was the gambling head coach a week ago. They had the fake punt. Jones ran it for 30 yards in the 4th quarter. Then they had a 4th and 1 in overtime, and now the Brownies execute.
And this is well executed because watch what Kessler does. He reads his block and moves to the left. He didn't just take the ball and burrow behind the center no matter what. See that? He reads the block that he gets from Spencer Drango, number 66, against a knifing Dallas defender trying to move inside.
Now on 1st down, they're going to throw it. And the catch is made inside the 35-yard line by Coleman, the rookie out of Baylor. You know, 2nd game of the year, he had 5 catches for 104 yards. Well, the following week in practice, he broke a bone in his hand. Today's his 1st game back since week 2.
And that was a shock to everyone's system because he actually practiced the entire practice with a broken hand before it was diagnosed. But it was good to get him going. They've got to get him started to take some pressure off of Terrell Pryor.
McMahon, who grew up in Dallas, Texas, was a 15th overall pick. And now the throw to the end zone. Looking for Coleman. And it's incomplete. Orlando Scandrick back in the starting lineup again with the injury to Claiborne in coverage.
Well, it's all about discipline as a defensive back right here. They did a little double move. Fake the slant. They call that sluggo. Slant and go. Scandrick playing the man, not the ball. Excellent position.
Didn't panic at all because he actually beat him pretty quickly off the line of scrimmage. Good strength by Coleman to throw him off. And Scandrick recovered well without interfering.
2nd down and 10. Duke Johnson cuts it back the other way. And good running room. He is dragged down to the 22-yard line, about a yard short of a 1st down on what will be the final play of the opening quarter. 7-3 Cowboys. Back after a word from your local Fox station.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack knocked over a candlestick onto the shag carpeting, and his pants ignited into flames, causing him to stop, drop, and roll. Luckily, Jack recently had Geico help him with renter's insurance, because all his belongings went up in flames. Jack got full replacement and now has new pants he ordered from Banana Republic. Visit geico.com and see how affordable renter's insurance can be.
This $6.99 any deal is too good to be true. 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any recipe, no questions asked. Well, I got some questions. Does that include meat lovers?
Yeah.
Are you a hologram?
What?
The $6.99 any deal, is it proof that no one out pizzas the hut?
This is the new 2017 Chevy Cruze. I'm only going to show you half of it. What do you think?
I think it looks very sleek.
The lights remind me of Audi lights.
And it starts at $22,190.
Nice.
But there's another side to this car.
Oh, wow. Love
This is
it.
the first ever Chevy Cruze hatch.
Well, that's impressive.
Wow.
So check it out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I do like it a lot.
Now that you know it's a hatchback, what does it make you think of?
A young professional / weekend warrior, the whole business in the front, party in the back sort of thing.
I did not email any classified material.
Really? The FBI said that there were 110 classified emails that were exchanged. Hillary lied. And another lie.
I respect the Second Amendment.
But behind closed doors, Hillary told liberal elites.
The Supreme Court is wrong on the Second Amendment.
Hillary will lie about anything to get elected. The NRA Institute for Legislative Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Earth's surface is the shoreline of a new ocean.
You ready for this?
It'll be the greatest adventure ever in human history.
We're looking at a red planet.
Mars, a global event series. Monday, November 14th on the National Geographic Channel.
Tell you what, you played one quarter. If you're the Cleveland Browns, you haven't won a single game all year long. You're a huge underdog against the hottest team in the National Football League. And here you are starting the second quarter on a 3rd and 2.
But you can't miss any opportunities. That's the thing. You have no margin for error. So down here in this zone, almost in the red zone, they've got to cash in.
Well, they had to settle for a field goal the first time. What about now? They're looking for Pryor in the end zone. And it's incomplete. Brandon Carr back there with Pryor.
I know the fans wanted a flag on this play, but I think the reason that there's not, watch Brandon Carr, number 39. Watch him, good body control on the stutter step. He's reading the eyes, but he doesn't run over the receiver. He's there, got a hand inside and trying to play the ball, but nothing that's excessive where he's like leaping into the receiver that draws the eyes of the official there. They let him play that one out.
Well, Charles and Chris on this 41-yard field goal attempt now by Parkey. I would ask you the question as this one is off the upright. Are you kidding me?
He had made 10 straight, hadn't he?
Yes, Tom, I would have went for it.
Well, I was going to ask you about the play call in general. I mean, that's it. That is not a high percentage call on a 3rd down and 2.
I'd have to go back and see what the progressions were and see what was either taken away or if they were trying to just play big boy football.
Well, here's what I'm going to say is that they're going to trust, and as you'll see it here, it's rejected by the right goalpost as you look at it. They trust Terrell Pryor to go up and win a 50-50 ball. In their eyes, it's probably a 70-30 ball because of the size matchup.
And what you're asking the quarterback to do is put it up there where only he can get it.
Or Terrell needs to do a better job adjusting back to the football, which I thought he was late doing. That's why they called that play, in my opinion.
Well, they fake it to Alfred Morris. And Prescott throws a bullet into the hands of Terrence Williams, and he has a first down up to the 46-yard line.
Well, his footwork has been tremendous today. I've been watching it closely. Last week against Philadelphia, he's parallel, he's fading away, and he's throwing it off his back foot. That's all. And not driving off that right foot. When he drives off the right foot, he's not parallel. Shoulders and feet are married to the target. He is as good as there is as far as the accuracy. I'm not kidding when I say that. He is on target and on time, and he's getting more confident as the game goes on.
5 out of 6, 58 yards and a touchdown pass so far for Prescott. And that is Alfred Morris, former Washington Redskin. In fact, he had 3 excellent years for the Redskins, over 1,000 yards each of his first 3 seasons in the league.
Not bad for a 6th-round pick out of Florida Atlantic University. And that last throw, Chris, even though it was outside of the pocket on the run, it goes back to the point you made about being able to drive off the back foot. Even though he was on the run, got his shoulders turned in the proper direction, pointed towards his target, and threw off of that foot on the run and delivered a strike to Terrence Williams.
It's a big missed opportunity there a moment ago for the Browns. Had a chance to get within a point as Morris carries for a first down and then some, as he's dragged down to the Cleveland 35-yard line. It's the most undisputed, outspoken duo in all of sports talk on FS1.
Chris and Charles?
Tomorrow, we debate all of today's NFL action.
And I'll tell Skip why the Cowboys won't get to the Super Bowl.
Good luck with that. Undisputed, America's fastest growing sports show, 9:30 Eastern, FS1.
Be coming your way tomorrow.
Be watching.
You got a great field position here to do whatever they want in the playbook on first down.
Morris still in there. And they'll give it to him again. Not as much running room this time. A gain of close to 2 for Morris, as Elliott gets a breather. 7 attempts for 25 yards as far for Ezekiel Elliott.
I'm going to go back to something Tom just mentioned a minute ago. Alfred Morris, 3 great years in Washington. All right, now he's come here. He's got to be the backup guy. It changes your mentality as a runner, understanding that you won't get the same number of carries, but when you're in there, you have to maximize them. But you can't force runs either and cost your team. He's like a designated hitter in baseball. Maximize with very little opportunity.
All day to throw it. And wide open down at the 25, and that's the first down is Witten.
Such a mismatch for defensive backs. I mean, Jason Witten in his 14th year is as smooth and calm as he's always been. Watch him work the zone coverage. Now, he recognized right away it's zone. He's got a linebacker defensive back sitting on him. Sells inside and just turns around and trusting that Dak is going to read the linebacker like he's reading the linebacker, and the ball will be delivered to a spot, not to a man.
127th consecutive game today. Witness made a reception. And now looking at Bryant. And unable to hang on. He had beaten Joe Hayden. And that throw looked to be right on the money, and Bryant begging for a flag that doesn't come.
I've been wondering where Cole Beasley's been, but watch this route here. Everyone might think that he's loafing off the line of scrimmage. He's not. All he's doing is recognizing man-to-man coverage and running it short, so it turns into a one-on-one route with no one else in the picture but Des Bryant and Joe Hayden. And he was right there. Hayden right at the end, reaching hard, but that looks to me like one that Bryant should have hauled in.
Well, if you're Des Bryant, that's your standard, not anybody else's standard.
That's not one he need to worry about the officials. He needs to go out and grab that one.
Blown dead before it ever got started.
I want to make a quick point to what you said. So you saw Cole Beasley coming out. Tremont Williams.
Number 68 offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
When you come off slow at the line of scrimmage, then Tremont Williams cannot fade back in help. That's why Cole Beasley looked lazy, but that's designed to keep the corner from going back to help on Des Bryant running that quick seam.
Wanted to make it a one-on-one route for Bryant versus Hayden. Held that corner there, as Chris just noted, and that's what you got.
That's good.
So a second down and 15 for the Cowboys from the 29. Quick slant, and the catch is made at the 20 by Bryce Butler, the former Raider. And a third down coming up for the Cowboys.
The problem when you play zone, you are given a pre-snap read to Dak Prescott. He can survey the field, understand where the preconceived weakness of the zone is, and just go right there. I mean, he's not even surveying the field. He understands it's 3 deep, the corner's off, the slant's going to be wide open all day. Easy pitch and catch.
Well, Dak looks like he's still around there, Des, and he's consumed with that call in from the end zone a moment ago.
Got to let it go. But Cole Beasley's a guy that's a great third down receiver. They didn't get him involved in Philadelphia until the 4th quarter.
Across the middle, and it is the money man. And that's Jason Witten to the 11, and that's another first down.
So you just get the idea that if you throw it in a 5-yard radius because of a 6'6" frame and 265 pounds, that he's going to get it. Right here, he's just going to set in front of the safeties, and that big body does not allow the safety to maneuver around to knock it out. And plus, when he gets that ball, like all great receivers, not just tight ends and receivers, strong hands, it's tough to rip it out.
Last time Witten played the game and did not have a catch, it was November of 2008 against the Giants. This is Elliott sniffing the end zone. And did he get there? Officials talking about it. Still talking about it. And apparently just short of the goal line.
Watch the left hand, though. If I'm Dallas, I want to take a good hard look at this one. Because watch him here. He stiff arms. But watch him at the end. Shifts the ball with the left hand, reaching for the pylon. I have to think you got to take a look at that if you're Dallas.
Well, now they're signaling a touchdown.
I think they got it right on the second signal, guys, because his ability to shift hands. Watch. Shifting hands here. Knows where it is. Don't worry about the outside part. See the ball on the inside? He's inside the pylon, and he's in the end zone. That's a touchdown, guys.
And for Ezekiel Elliott, that is his 6th rushing touchdown in this his rookie year.
He almost looked like an excellent point guard who could score with either hand, right? Doesn't matter if it's the left side, the right side, how you get to the 10. He ends up finding that pylon and finding it in it. Chris, is that a nose for the end zone? That's forget nose. That's a nose, hand, body, the whole deal for the end zone.
And a 1-2. One thing about Ezekiel Elliott, what he was in college and what he's turned out to be in the NFL, he can finish. And he knows where that goal line is, and that wherewithal and the understanding to switch the ball to get it across the line before he went OB. That's a veteran move.
Told you Elliott with 6 rushing touchdowns. He has as many or more rushing.
Sorry, Ariana. You gotta go.
Seriously?
Verizon limits me, and I gotta get home.
You're gonna choose navigation over me?
Maps, get up here.
That way.
Girl, you better get on T-Mobile.
Why pay more for data limits? Introducing T-Mobile One. Unlimited data for everyone. Get 4 lines, just $35 a month.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Oh, is this the new boyfriend?
Yes. We haven't met yet. You're the sweetest.
Yes.
Do you want to hold him?
Hold my baby, man.
So easy to dip, so hard to put down. Rolled chicken tacos. Tasty shredded chicken all rolled up with your choice of dips. Back at Taco Bell.
Oh, the fishes will laugh as they swim out of the path, and the seagulls, they'll be smiling, and the rocks on the sand.
So peaceful up here.
Yeah.
Introducing the new turbocharged Volkswagen All-Track with 4Motion all-wheel drive, soon to be everywhere.
The Simpsons 600 Marathon starts Thanksgiving on FXX.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Taco Bell's Rolled Chicken Tacos, by T-Mobile, switch to the network built for unlimited data, and by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Small screen, stadium size content. Watch live local Sunday games right on your smartphone with NFL Mobile. Welcome back to downtown Cleveland, Ohio. After the missed field goal, Cowboys go 69 yards in 9 plays. Elliott the touchdown and a 14-3 lead. Lewis from the 3-yard line tries to get around the corner, is slowed down, cuts it back the other way, and is still on his feet. That is not a flag down, that's a shoe down, and now there's a flag down about 10 yards after where the shoe came off.
Yeah, he threw the shoe first, and then the flag came after it. Shoe, flag.
during the return. Holding, number 24, return team. 10-yard penalty, first down, timeout.
Campbell with the infraction will back up Kessler and the Browns when we come back.
Take on the day shift. Introducing the new Titan with America's best truck warranty. 5 years, 100,000 miles, bumper to bumper. Black Friday offers start now. Hurry in and save up to $10,000 on Titan XD.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? And you can tell them to go themselves.
You know, you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
You got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember.
Upgrade season's here. I got my new iPhone 7 from Sprint.
Sprint? I'm hearing good things about the network.
All the networks are great now. We're talking within a 1% difference in reliability of each other. And Sprint saves you 50% on most current national carrier rates. And if you got 1% more haircut than me today, would you really pay twice as much?
No, I wouldn't.
Copy that.
Switch to Sprint and get iPhone 7. Plus, save 50% off most current national carrier rates. Don't let a 1% difference cost you twice as much.
Woo!
Week 9 continues later today on CBS, then tonight with Sunday Night Football on NBC, and tune in tomorrow for Monday Night Football on ESPN.
Cleveland on offense. Browns have been able to move the ball up and down the field. Got a field goal inside the red zone their first possession. They failed just outside the red zone on a 3rd and 2 their next possession and missed a field goal. First down carry by Johnson for a couple of yards, and let's check in downstairs with Peter Schrager.
Thanks, Tom. Talking about Cody Kessler. This is a kid who had 4 different head coaches at USC. Lane Kiffin, Ed Orgeron, Steve Sarkisian, and Clay Helton twice. When Kiffin was fired on the tarmac there at USC, Marcus Allen brought the team together the next day, pointed at Cody Kessler, who was just a sophomore, and said, this is your squad, go out and lead them. They're an 0-8 team right now. Let's see if he can lead the Browns.
Well, they want to find out if this young man is their quarterback of the future.
And Peter's report is so accurate. One of the reasons they were attracted to him is his ability to deal with multiple systems, multiple people.
Breaking out of that pack somehow, some way is Duke Johnson. And he has a first down up to the 21-yard line, and we check in L.A. with Kurt Menefee.
Well, interceptions on the first 2 possessions by the Eagles offense gave the Giants a 14-0 lead, but back comes Carson Wentz, picking up with Bryce Tregg for a 58-yard score, setting up the Ryan Matthews touchdown. And all of a sudden, we get a ball game. It's 14-10. Philadelphia down by just 4 now. Tom?
Now, Charles, here's a note. You will be the only one that remembers that name.
Mike Barilla. Okay, I want to get this one right. Number 11, please.
I mean, when earlier, when you had the wrong number, even Jason Garrett said last night when he walks, he says, this guy knows everything about football, talking about Charles Davis. I can never remember you getting anything wrong.
And I got Chuck Howley and Leroy Jordan wrong. By number, 54, 55. What's wrong with me? And I'm up here next to a linebacker, and in the break,
that's right.
In the break, Chris said, Charles, you think a linebacker's going to get that one wrong? Especially Leroy Jordan? I mean, what am I thinking?
Hurry, hurry, go!
Once more on the ground, this time to Crowell. Cedric Thornton, the former Eagle, who had a big sack in that win over his former team last Sunday night there on the stop.
And that's something the Browns want to do more of, which is handed to Isaiah Crowell. But they're not getting nearly enough yardage first and second down in order to keep the drives going. They keep handing it to him. They're getting these third down situations where they have to throw the football and take the ball out of his hands.
Cleveland, nothing of 4 on third down so far.
Duke Johnson out of the backfield is one of their best targets, one of the best running backs in the league to catch the ball out of the backfield.
Kessler throws, and the catch is made, but short of a first down by Barnage, the tight end. And that's Jeff Heath, the infrequently used safety on the coverage and the stop.
And Chris, they took it out of Duke Johnson's hands to run a route here. Watch this blitz by Byron Jones. And look how he makes sure he hangs on to him a little bit so that Duke Johnson doesn't get out into a route.
And the Cowboys secondary did an excellent job against that bunch coverage of not getting caught up in the mess and playing their guys, avoiding traffic and eliminating yards after catch.
Oakwood puts a foot on it. And the catch at the 30 by Whitehead. And excellent coverage by the Browns, tackling him at the 32. 14-3. Cowboys back on offense when we return.
Yeah, I'm only coming out to play. They want to know where I'll be in 5. But what about today? What about tonight? Only one at a time.
I'm gonna rain on you like a thunderstorm. How much time till you fight again?
There's no guarantee you'll walk again.
I'm not done yet. Let me show you how I fight.
He's an animal.
Bleed for this. Rated R.
Take on the night shift. Introducing the new Titan with America's best truck warranty. 5 years, 100,000 miles, bumper to bumper. Black Friday offers start now. Hurry in and save up to $10,000 on Titan XD.
You love all-day breakfast.
I love all-day breakfast.
But you didn't love that you couldn't get all your favorites all day. But now you love that you can get more all day, like
McGriddles.
So you'll have to find something else to not love, like that itch you can't scratch. Or when people use speakerphone in public.
Seriously, you can't tell us so. I promise I won't tell anyone.
For real, okay?
Or accidentally watching episode 4 before you've seen episode 3.
When did DeAndre become an alien?
Get more choices you love, now with all-day breakfast.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Of course, much debate about Tony Romo. He's missed the first 7, now 8 games with a broken bone in his back. Suffered in the 3rd preseason game of the year against the Seattle Seahawks. He's made 127 regular season starts for the Dallas Cowboys. He's won 78 of them. As Elliott breaks it to the outside, and that's a gain of 12 on first down. And you know, the last 2 weeks, Romo is starting to practice. Looked very sharp, according to his head coach, Jason Garrett, and his wide receiver, one of them anyway, and Des Bryant on Thursday. But everybody wondering, you know, how long is this leash, if you will, on Prescott? I mean, is he in a spot, fellas, where if he has a bad game, you're going to go to Romo? Are you going to allow him to have a bad game? What do you think?
I think right now you ride the hot horse, and that's Dak Prescott. He's turned the ball over 4 times in the last 2 weeks. Today, he's looked outstanding. The offense is clicking. They have rhythm. You know, you can lose your job because of injury, but if he keeps playing like he is, there's no way you take him out. No way.
Been a busy day for Witten. Cuts it back to the inside, and he's all the way to the 20. It's a gain of 15 and another first down.
I'm going to tell you guys, as we look at the comparison with these two, Tony Romo is going to get every bit of respect due to him and deserved. But this team, this locker room, is playing for Dak Prescott right now. And you asked about how long the leash is. I think the leash is longer than what people think. Really? I think that if they walk through that locker room and take the temperature of those players now, they will give Tony the respect he deserves and let you know that they want Dak to be their quarterback.
If turnovers become a problem with Dak Prescott, that's when you'll see Tony Romo.
Yeah, this level right now, don't expect to see Tony play.
Delay to Elliott and tried to cut it to the outside and just swarmed. Schobert there. Collins there.
That's what Jamie Collins is brought in to do. Now he's upgraded their linebacker core significantly, playing the outside. This is what I like, defeating the blocker one-on-one, clearing yourself, then a wrap up, head up, eyes up, wrap up, bring your feet, and finish the tackle on a very tough guy to bring down in Ezekiel Elliott. But that's what Jamie Collins is brought to do. And I love the fact how he's embraced the trade and embraced his role with the Browns. He just wants to play football. That's all he wants to do, and he did on that play.
Second down at 13, and Prescott rolls out to his right. That's Beasley inside the 35, and he's about a yard or two short of a first down. Let's go back to LA, and once again, here's Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Tom. Philly at the Giants. Now, the Giants' offense, they've been dormant as of late, but not today. Odell Beckham Jr., that 1-yard touchdown from Eli Manning is his second of the day. He now has 5 touchdowns in his last 4 games. The Giants up 14-10. Tom?
All right, Carissa, thanks so much.
Isn't it interesting that all we're talking about now with Odell Beckham Jr. is just how he's playing?
That's right. And that's the way they want it.
And frankly, hasn't hurt his play, has it? I mean, this is just go play ball, young man. The rest of it will come.
3rd and a yard. They pitch it to Elliott. He'll get around the corner for a first down to the 25-yard line, and they move the chains inside of 3.5 to go.
What sets Zeke Elliott apart from a lot of guys is people underestimate his speed. He was a 110 hurdle champion in high school, and that's what he can do. Not many guys can get to the corner, especially against a fast linebacker like Jamie Collins. He just beat him to the edge, Charles.
Ezekiel Elliott, Odell Beckham Jr. You know what they have in common? Both of their mothers were track stars. The speed really came from mom, even though dads were both football players.
Elliott again to the inside. And he's inside the 10. That'll be a gain of 16 by Elliott. 1st and goal for Dallas.
About when they took him #1, people balked, but watch Travis Frederick, the center, an athletic center that can pull. Look at him get on the edge and read it like a running back, kick out Brown, the nickelback, and Zeke Elliott again, not going out of bounds, looking to get inside.
And you know what people do underestimate about offensive linemen? How difficult it is for them to hit moving targets in the open field. We talk about open field tackling being difficult. How about an offensive lineman pulling and trying to block someone trying to evade them? It's right connected.
Williams isolated, and that was defended very nicely by Cleveland. 2nd down and goal. Tramon Williams. What a career he's had. Going back to his days, an undrafted rookie, and wound up a Pro Bowler, won a Super Bowl while with the Green Bay Packers.
His 30 career interceptions, and he danced and danced and danced some more on that play, didn't he, with Terrence Williams, to make sure he didn't break through with 2-minute warnings coming up.
Dallas trying to add to a 14-3 lead here in Cleveland. When we come back, will they give it to Elliott again to get his 2nd touchdown? We'll know in a moment.
A moderator punched a presidential candidate in the face.
Screw this. Let's go to space.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything.
Boom! This is my pool, sea monkey.
Welcome to the jungle. It's gonna bring you down.
Rated M for mature. Play map packs first on PS4.
PlayStation.
Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face.
Don't forget, we're taking my parents out on the boat this Sunday.
This Sunday?
Yeah.
Now, fantasy football is simple with the NFL Player Comparison Tool, powered by SAP. Over the last 4 weeks, Colts receiver T.Y. Hilton has scored 57.5 fantasy points, and the Bengals' A.J. Green has scored 60. But the top receiver over the past month is the Falcons' Julio Jones with 76.2 fantasy points. Go to NFL.com/PCT to access the Player Comparison Tool with live insights from SAP.
Follow your favorite team all season long. Go to iTunes.com/NFL. 2 minutes to play. Jason Garrett's team with a 14-3 lead. Weren't with us earlier. A homecoming for Garrett. Grew up just outside of Cleveland, Ohio in Hunting Valley. Went to University High School. Play fake. And Prescott rolling and throws it away.
It's a good play for Cleveland. Being able to hold them there off of the play fake. They showed power set, and he thought he'd be able to exit out and find someone. Emmanuel Ogbah, number 90, an exciting rookie for the Browns. 3 sacks in his last 3 games coming into this one, but a really intelligent play by Prescott. Nothing available, didn't force it, threw it at the feet of the receiver so there wouldn't be an interception. With this offensive line and this unit, he's happy to live to fight another down.
Loves Des Bryant or Witten down here in this type of scenario and situation.
That's down and goal. Lance Dunbar is checked into the backfield alongside Prescott. Beasley escaping Williams in the corner, and that's a touchdown for the Cowboys.
The Browns know they love Des Bryant, so they're going to pay extra attention to Des Bryant in the red zone, which allows Cole Beasley to be patient in his route. And again, a strike. Watch here. Des Bryant will take 2, allowing Cole Beasley on the easy out cut.
A confusion here with Williams and
Tramon Williams. I mean, that's what you, and Joe Hayden. You're right, Tom.
That shouldn't have been what you call a banjo call.
It's a banjo. It's a me-you. So
Me-you. Who you take him if he comes to the out. I take him if he comes to the outside. You take him if he comes to the inside. And neither one of them took him.
And that's why you stack those wide receivers to cause that confusion between the guys playing man-to-man.
And guys like Hayden and Williams have been around long enough to know about playing the banjo.
Honey, aren't we having friends over? It reeks in here.
I know. I stole the other team's mascot for good luck.
We need to wash this room.
Wash it?
Yeah, wash it with Febreze.
For all the things you can't wash, use Febreze Fabric Refresher.
Wow.
It smells great in here.
And try pluggable Febreze with up to 4 times the freshness in one refill. Pluggable Febreze and Fabric Refresher. 2 more ways to breathe happy.
This is for everyone. Are you ready? We'll take 16 million tickets, 50,000 foam hats, 2 million of those, and 1 million with cheese.
Hot dog, hot dog. What do you want?
Hot dog.
3 million hot dogs and goosebumps. We'll need billions of goosebumps. 1 million pregame rituals.
Are you done?
What else do we need? Jerseys. We'll take all of them. And 1 almost perfect plan. Click, tap, dip, or swipe. Choose Visa, official payment partner of the NFL. What would you do for 3 pancakes for 89 cents?
I'd pay 89 cents.
What would you do for 3 pancakes for 89 cents?
I'd hug a shark.
Get a stack of 3 large golden pancakes for 89 cents. 3 large pancakes, 89 cents. Only at Burger King.
Riggs and Murtaugh are back.
This worked out fine.
Okay, now you're angry. You ever feel like you made the wrong career choice?
The day I met you. Lethal Weapon, all new Wednesday on Fox.
Tony Romo must be traded now. I'll take Butt Fumble as my backup.
I really don't want that, Skip, because I know it's going to crush you, Skip.
What will they say tomorrow on America's fastest growing sports show? Undisputed tomorrow on FS1.
Your Grateful Nation is a nonprofit corporation dedicated to the support of U.S. combat veterans and their families during and after their transition from the military to civilian life. It includes employment transition services, paid internships, cooperative education, and family stabilization support. The focus is to serve the special operations community and associated personnel who have faced high-risk situations. Learn more. Please visit foxsportsupports.com. Atkinson from the 1-yard line, and he stood up just short of the 20. Visa halftime's coming up. How about it, Kurt Menefee?
Don't move. Coming up on the Visa halftime, the Chiefs, well, they're looking to put the freeze on the Jaguars. And Ben Roethlisberger hoping not to look stiff in his return. So sit still. Terry, Michael, Jimmy, Howie, and me are next on the Visa halftime.
Dude, Kurt's got it going on. He may be a mannequin, but he's getting made up by 2 people in that picture. That boy Kurt. Got it rolling.
So now under 2 minutes to go, and Kessler going to put it up. And there's a strike across the middle of the field and up to the 40-yard line. On the reception is a rookie, Coleman.
Heck of a throw right there by Kessler, and a nice catch by Coleman. Understand there would be contact. One of the best features of him coming out of Baylor, Corey Coleman, competing for the football downfield.
Kessler this time going to dump it off to Johnson. He thought about getting to the sideline, knew he wouldn't make it. And the Browns are going to spend the first of 3 timeouts. Or are they?
Go on.
Heard the whistles blow. Clock is still running. I roll with Martin. Sounded like multiple whistles were being blown there. They're going to hand it off. And that is a first down. Close to the Dallas 45. I would imagine we'll get that timeout now. We do. Coming up later tonight, the MLS playoffs continue. The second leg of the conference semis. New York City FC takes on Toronto FC. Then FC Dallas looks for a big comeback against the Sounders. It's all tonight on FS1 or watch it live on Fox Sports Go.
How about that New York City FC and New York Red Bulls rivalry right there inside of the Big Apple.
Where's the Cosmos? Are they in it or are they out?
You're missing the Cosmos? You're missing Pele and Kinalia and
Karch Karai, right?
Shep Mesh, not Karch Karai.
Oh, he's a volleyball.
Volleyball.
Jeez, oh Pete.
And Cody Kessler's playing pretty good quarterback, and it's a chance for these guys and Hugh Jack to get an evaluation of Cody under these circumstances.
2 minute.
This whole team is under evaluation.
But a 2-minute drive, that really puts a good eval on a quarterback, how he handles everything.
Kessler steps into this throw, and right on the money, it is caught by Coleman again. Hey, by the way, you saw that note, another rookie record in Cowboys franchise history. This one in completions now for Prescott. Already bypassed Troy Aikman in yards, and earlier today broke a tie with Aikman for touchdown passes by a Cowboy rookie.
So just take the rookie quarterback record book for Dallas and tear it up and just wait to the end of the year and put the numbers back in, because Dak's going to put them all out of sight.
Precisely.
But how about that throw there by Kessler? Was one of the things you liked most about him, Chris, coming out of college?
The best physical attribute that number 6 Cody Kessler had to me was his accuracy. He doesn't miss.
He doesn't miss this time either. Trying to strip that away was Hitchens from Terrell Pryor Sr.
And his toughness, because Tom and Charles, he took a shot right there. You see the late flag for roughing the quarterback, but that says a lot about a young guy to be able to stand in there and take a shot and still deliver the strike.
Remember the shot he took earlier in the year against New England? I think it was Dante Hightower that set him back for a while. And there it is, down on the legs. And let's face it, after what happened last week with Cam Newton in Carolina, and that was DeMarcus Lawrence, number 90, who's trying to get his first sack of the year. With what happened last week with Cam Newton and then the subsequent discussion about it, they're going to be really sensitive to being around the legs and the ankles of quarterbacks. And you'll see a lot of flags if you're anywhere in the vicinity this week.
Hey, pretty impressive day here for Kessler. I mean, he's moved them up and down the field. They've just been unable to get it done on third down, 0 for 5.
But now they have to ring that bell, guys. They've got to find a way into the end zone.
Kessler lofts it to the end zone. And that is batted away. Excellent coverage by Brandon Carr. They've tried that twice, and it's nowhere close to working.
Well, the ball's late because you're going to see Coleman has to slow down, and Brandon Carr, so people understand you don't have to look back for the football. Well, they think you have to look back for the football to get an interference. You don't have to. But right here, just the patience and the discipline not to grab or panic and throw that right arm up late to knock it away. That's where a veteran will do that, where he trusts his training and his ability not to panic under direct circumstances.
You know what else he had? He had an extra defender. It's the back of the end zone, the back line. You can only go so far, and he knew that.
Second down, and we're under 30 seconds. Kessler rolling, throws, and it is a touchdown for Pryor, but there is a penalty flag on the play. And they're already pointing to the Cowboys, at least some of the Browns are, and we'll see if it stands indeed.
Offside. Defense, number 90. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is touchdown.
Again, that's Lawrence who had the penalty that put him in prime position a moment ago.
Watch Terrell Pryor, and we've talked all this game about what a physical mismatch he creates. But look at him. In this case, he does it by being able to be shifty as well. Stop and start. Went inside first, saw his quarterback exit, adjusted his route and got into his quarterback's sight line, and went to a spot where he had a chance to complete the pass, and they did for their first touchdown of the game. That was really well done by Terrell Pryor. Didn't give up on the route, realized his quarterback was in trouble, found the open place, and worked with him to find the touchdown.
And you'll cannot see an improvement from him as he grows into that position even more.
I mean, you just can't believe until you actually stand close to Terrell Pryor. What an extraordinary physical specimen this young man is, and to think he was, an elite All-American college quarterback. And then to give it a go, fellas, for the better part of 4 years as a quarterback for Hugh Jackson with the Oakland Raiders, he wasn't ready to move on when others suggested he change positions. He was out of football entirely in 2014. Then last year said, all right, I'll give it a go. He had 1 catch, played 3 games, had 1 catch. Well, now all of a sudden he's knocking on the door of 50 receptions through the first 8+ games.
There's not too many athletes in the world who can make the transition that Pryor made for this reason, because he's going to be a #1 receiver.
Yes.
And when he grows into this position, and because he's such a great athlete and his size. And what took for that to happen was Terrell to humble himself.
Yeah.
Say, I'm not a quarterback. I'm no longer a quarterback in the NFL. And if you know this kid and you know about his story at Ohio State, humility wasn't a strength of his.
No.
Now he's not saying he was cocky, but he was very confident. So it took him a long road to realize if I want to be an NFL football player, I need to commit to changing, and that's exactly what he did.
You can go ahead and use that word, because what reason would he not been? An All-American high school football, basketball player, great player in college, but he needed to be a wide receiver in the NFL.
23 ticks remain, and we send it back to Carissa Thompson.
Yeah, Tom and Charles covering Terrell in college at Ohio State. He was very confident. You know who else is confident? Matt Stafford. He's rolling, playing in his 89th consecutive game. He finds Anquan Bolden on that 1-yard score. The Lions up 10-3 at half, guys.
And I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Pryor with a touchdown.
Yeah, one last thing about Terrell Pryor. Remember, when he came out to the NFL, Hugh Jackson coached him in Oakland.
Right.
So he's known this young man for a while, plus had him for a short time in Cincinnati. And he's the one who I think ultimately said, look, young man, we can do this, but you're the one who has to make the move, and now he has.
And he's saying to Cody, hey, let's make that happen again here in the second half and get back into this thing. That was a big touchdown. 21-10, the Browns trail the Cowboys. Let's send it now to Kurt Menefee in Los Angeles for the Visa halftime, which begins right now.
Welcome to the Visa Halftime Report. Visa, everywhere you want to be.
Well, the Cleveland Browns making it a little bit closer right before halftime as we welcome you to the Visa Halftime Report. How about the Giants and Eagles, TB?
Oh, I got a good ball game. That's Doug Peterson right there, the coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, his young quarterback Carson Wentz. Felt a little pressure, really didn't have to get out of the pocket, but he did. Threw on the run. Landon Collins, who had a big week last week intercepting passes, got one there. Then first quarter on the ensuing drive, Eli Odell Beckham Jr. This quick slant. Did Philadelphia not study the tape? Same route last week, same result. 26-yard touchdown on the slant, making it 7-0. Then Beckham Jr. again on the 1-yard fade route. 3 touchdown passes in the first half for Eli Manning. Lions at the Vikings. Sam Bradford and his new offensive coordinator, Pat Shurmur. But it's Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, if he has a problem, it's when he's under duress. He makes bad decisions. Chad Greenway there to pick that one off. We're tied at 3-all. And then Sam Bradford once again sacked as the Vikings are down at the goal line. It's still 3-all. And then Stafford guns one to Anquan Bolden out in the flat, 10-3. Detroit Lions by a touch on top of the Minnesota Vikings. Steelers at the Ravens. Welcome back, Ben. Had that meniscus surgery. Meniscus highway is a knee thing in the knee or something like that. Joe Flacco.
Or something like that.
Yeah, Mike Wallace on a quick slant. Howie, I mean, Jimmy, it looked like single free, bumping around the outside with safety in the middle. Wallace got inside the corner. Safety couldn't stay up with Wallace, who used to be with the Steelers. 7-0. It is The Ravens on top of the Steelers. That was a 95-yard touchdown reception. Nick Foles getting the starting quarterback for Kansas City. Nick Foles stepping up in the place of Alex Smith out with a concussion. Finds Albert Wilson on the post route, 23-yarder. Chiefs 10. My wife will like that. She's a Chiefs fan. 10-0. And then the Jets at the Dolphins. Jay Ajayi. Took me 4 weeks to learn how to say this young man's name, and now I got it down pat. I can even spell it. 20-yard touchdown. Ajayi, 7-0. 7-3 Miami on top of the Jets. And then Matt Forte. I thought Matt Forte was through when he left Chicago. Not so, Howie. 31-yard touchdown. 10-7 Jets. And then Ryan Tannehill. I am one of the people that like Ryan Tannehill. Got a big-time arm. 1-yard strike. Jimmy's down there laughing.
He was at your camp, wasn't he? Huh? He was at your camp.
He came to my quarterback camp last year.
Give me that piece of paper and spell Ajayi.
A-J.
Jimmy, let's get to Dallas and Cleveland. You said in the pregame show Dallas might run for 200, would run for 200 today.
Right, and they're halfway there. It's simple game plan. Run the football, throw it to Jason Witten, 5 catches, 66 yards. And here on his first catch, he got the new player, Jamie Collins, going to cover Witten, try to run to the corner route there, Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, not corner?
Corner. And it's a touchdown for Jason Witten, future Hall of Famer, great player.
Yeah, and you hit it on the head, just run the ball. But I got to say, on the side of Cleveland Browns, the first drive moved the ball down the field effortlessly. And the one player on that team we talk about consistently every week is Terrell Pryor. And you got to say, it's tough to play one position in this league, but when you go from a quarterback to try to play a wide receiver, become a wide receiver, it mentally is as much of a switch as it is physically. And I just got to take my hat off to this kid to see him do this and do it so well, and every week be a consistent player for this team.
And Prescott taking what's there. I mean, obviously Cleveland making the decision, we're going to take Brian away. We're going to run the football. We're going to protect him. He's going to go to different receivers. He's going to Witt. He's going to Beasley. He's going to Williams, going to Butler. He's not forcing the ball to Dez. And I'm sure there's a lot of pressure to do that because Dez is a guy who gives us a weekly report on Tony Romo's status. Tony's throwing the ball really well. Looking great in practice.
You go to 7-1, the pressure's a lot less to get it to one guy, trust me. Right now, Dallas up 21-10 at halftime. Jason Witten got things going. He also gets our piece of play of the first half. Back to Cleveland for the second half after this.